Hey everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I am here with Andrew Wrinn. Andrew is running for Pittsfield City Council, Ward 4. Andrew, thank you for taking the time to do this today.
Thanks, Mike.
For those who are not familiar with you, if you just basically want to introduce yourself as far as who you are in the community and what made you decide to run for City Council this year.
I was born and brought up in Pittsfield. I've lived here all my life. I've been through the Pittsfield school systems. I've got invested in Pittsfield. My family's grown up here. My grandchildren go to Williams School. And Ward 4 has been my home for 22 years. And Pittsfield's been my city. So I figured it was time for me to make a big good on a promise I made to myself a long time, is to become involved in Pittsfield.
Okay. And I know you were a firefighter with the Pittsfield Fire Department.
Yeah, I was a Pittsfield firefighter for AMT for 32 years. And then I went on to become Director of Disaster Services for the American Red Cross.
Oh, wow.
So I'm a people person.
Okay. And really what, I guess getting out there and for yourself, are there any particular issues at the forefront that made you want to get involved in this campaign?
Not really. When Chris decided he was going to leave, I touched bases with him, and there's been a few issues that he has carried over, and I figured they were the same issues that people had talked to me about in some of my outreach. So that's decided. You know, there was water problem on Mountain Drive. There's the bridge issue on Holmes Road. There's a cell tower issue. There's a lot of issues going on that need to be addressed, and unfortunately, he's not going to be able to address them when he leaves.
Okay. And have you had a chance to get out and door knock and meet people in person?
I did some outreach at the beginning, but people are a little reluctant to talk to you through a door with COVID and everything. So I did a flyer. I sent it out with my email address, and I got some response to that. And when I did that, I made a top 10 list of things that people were concerned with in Pittsfield. And I think those will address if and when I get elected.
Okay. And you know, what are the big issues? I know overall citywide we hear a lot, but are there any particular issues just to Ward 4?
One of the biggest issues for the city that I got on my response was the North Street traffic lanes. A lot of people were telling me that they avoid North Street now because it's too confusing to drive down the street. And I think, you know, that's still a work in progress. So we'll have to just wait and see what happens. And if, you know, it doesn't, then we have to think of other options.
Right. I know for myself, yesterday I was up North Street and I was meeting with a business owner. And as I was heading back to my vehicle, I did see a police cruiser that was like 3 cars back at a light. And he's got his lights flashing, he's hitting that horn. He was having a hard time. There was nowhere for him to go, and I could see the drivers in front of him, I think, were a little flustered also because they weren't sure what they were supposed to do. So yes, I think there's still a lot of confusion around that.
There is.
So
that was one of the biggest issues that I got answers for.
Yeah, I mean,
I had one lady ask me if the green sidewalks were for St. Patrick's Day. You know, I don't know if she was being funny or if she was serious, but that was an issue for her.
That did make me laugh. Well, it is. Yes, it's confusing, and the white poles are a little confusing too. So,
well, people can't maneuver it. They're not sure how they should maneuver it. They can't park into parking places. They have to start at the beginning and find one where they could drive into, and it's things like that. And it's difficult for businesses to get deliveries and things too. So a number of people said that they avoid North Street altogether because of it, which doesn't help the businesses on North Street.
No, that's sad to hear that because, you know, right now, especially what we've come out of, and we're getting into the holiday season where for retail, this is make it or break it.
I think they should have designated First Street as bike lanes. You can go all the way from Park Square to the Lanesboro line, and there's no, problems along the side streets. There's no cars parked along the road, so it'd be, free and clear all the way up.
I would agree with that. I've suggested that myself because I thought if you want to make North Street a destination, then
Great,
it should be a destination for even bicycle traffic.
exactly.
Are there any other big issues that are more specific to your ward?
Not towards my ward. I think we live in a pretty good community. We got the lowest crime rate in the city. People take pride in their homes. People are active in city politics in my ward. If there are issues, there's small issues that we can deal with.
Okay. And one I just want to touch on real briefly, and I know it's a complicated one, but we've heard it at all the debates. We've heard it in the media a lot, and that is the cell tower in Ward 4.
Yeah.
Do you have any feelings on that?
I feel bad for the people. It's been an ongoing issue for over a year now, and Pittsfield doesn't have the expertise to deal with it. And I just feel bad for these people. They're paying mortgages on their property, that they've been relocated to their own homes, to the different homes. And it's just an issue that we're gonna need guidance in. And I think we don't know where to go. And I think we just have to find some professionals or something that can guide us in that.
I agree. That's a tough one. So, and I don't think anybody in city government was ready for that and really sure how to handle that.
We never had to deal with it before.
But it seems something that we can't kick that down the road. That's going to have to eventually.
Exactly.
Um,
Right.
Well, I guess that being said, then what would you say to the constituents of Ward 4 of why they should vote for you, and what is the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Well, when I decided to run, I talked it over with my wife, and I decided that I'm not going to do this as a part-time job. I want to do it and be a full-time counselor, somebody that's going to be available to when people need me. I'm easy to get to. I live right on the corner of Dalton Division Road and William Street. I patrol the area quite a bit. I've done that for 40 years. When I was in the fire department, that's how we learned the streets. We just drove around the streets and picked out fire hydrants and, noted things that we would have to address if we had a problem. And I still do that to this day. I've met a lot of people that way, and they see me driving up the street and they know that I'm not stalking their neighborhood, that I'm just doing my hobby, you might say. And it's worked out. I could tell what color people change their house, or if they plant flowers in front of their house or whatever. And I enjoy doing that because I meet a lot of people.
That's
And
great.
hopefully that I'll be accessible to people that need me.
Okay. And what's the best way for them to reach out to you if they have any questions or anything?
Well, I posted on my Facebook page my email address. My phone number is in the book. My cell phone number is available to anybody that calls. And I'm easy to get a hold of.
Okay. Well, Andrew, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to do this. And I hope to get you back one more time before the election. I know we're under 2 weeks now, so it's quickly approaching. But I'd love to have you back on, and we can go over a few more topics.
Very good. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.